and he couldn't be with her anymore. So right now they're working out something, with custody of kids and all this other stuff. But I know another person who she has 2 kids with, but she couldn't be with that person anymore because there was no growth. It was toxic and it was really horrible, very abusive mentally. So she took her kids and she straight up left. And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you what I've seen in my life right now, what I've experienced. I can't live with my family. Why not? Why do you feel like you can't live with your family? That's what I've believed before. But here I am in my sister's room. And, I have another space at my grandma's she's a diehard Christian, and I'm just me. I believe in love. I believe in we are the creator of our universe. We are the universe. And I believe that, love is the frequency to vibrate on. I just feel like I'm me, and that's it. And I still have a space over there. So why can't you not go to your family? I feel like that's just a programming that we've programmed in ourselves to think, and that's basically a lie. It's just that we have to get our egos out the way, get our lower self out the way, for us to really see that our families are always there for us. And if they're not really there for us, they're always being angry and mean or whatever, we have to come to a space of love to accept one another. We have to come to acceptance of ourselves, to love another person. But that's another topic. Let's go into this. Goes against your very nature. If you're going against your very nature of this whole situation, of this whole relationship, like who you are as a person, if you know that person steals and you don't steal, even though they have a belief behind stealing, like, oh, we're the person, we're the real people here, they stole everything from us and everything like that. Yeah, that may be true, but if you're a Capricorn like me and you're ruled by Saturn, the planet of law and order and justice and organization, you're not going to do anything that's against the natural laws. You're not going to go against anything that's not of law and order and righteousness. Okay, so if everything is not like how you want it to be, like inside, if you're not being yourself with that person, you cannot be with them, because you'll be lying to yourself, always lying to yourself. If you feel as if you want to be with someone else and you're still in that relationship because you're still in it to win it, codependent, and just feel like, all right, I feel like I should not give this up, but I really want to be with someone else, then you're lying to yourself. You're really lying to yourself. Only there for pleasure. If you're only there for pleasure, that's being inauthentic with yourself, because you have this more than just pleasure into it. It's more than just, okay, let me break it down. What do I mean in it just for pleasure? If you in it just for sex, my nigga, if you in it just for the sex, or just for just being the feeling of love, the feeling of having an attachment to that feeling of being touched or rubbed or all these things, physical pleasure, then you're not being authentic with yourself, and that person is not for you, because it is more to this than just physical. There's mental, there's emotional, there's spiritual. There's so much beautiful things into it. So much, this energy is energy, okay? So, this from experience, from a previous relationship I was in. I was in this, probably 2 years ago. And the guy, we were breaking up. And he was just like, but don't you love my love? Don't I provide everything for you? Don't I buy you things? Don't I cook you, buy you food? Buy. And when I looked at him, I had a moment like, that's not love. It's more than that. No, it's not enough. That materialistic thing, we come from a generation, there's a generation before us that thinks, that holds on to money for love, who confuse money, having money for love. So if you're not giving them money, they ain't want to hear nothing. They don't want to see nothing. They don't want to do nothing. If you're not buying me nothing, I don't want to do anything with your ass. That's wrong. It's much more to love than just money or material things. When we leave this place and ascend, will we have those things? No, we won't even have this body. That's how non-attached we have to be to materialistic things. So I was just like, you provide, he was like, don't I provide for you? You might provide the material things, but the spiritual, the emotional, the mental stability that I love and desire, you ain't there. You're not there. So that's how I figured out that person wasn't the one. In that very moment, I figured out that person was not the one. Okay, another bullet point. We're getting into so many topics here, and I'm gonna go through the comments again to see if I have any questions for anybody. Signs from the universe saying no. My gosh, I'm gonna address this comment right here. You said money is the devil. I'm just gonna let you guys know this. All money is energy. What we do with that money determines how we perceive the money. What we do with it is how we perceive it. And how we feel about it is how we perceive it. So if I know that money is energy and I have to have it to provide for my needs, or I don't even have to have it. Yeah, we have to have money. You know, in this world, we have to have money, and it's currency, it's energy. And I feel great about money. If I feel wonderful about money, and it's like, all right, it's just a tool to me. It's a tool for me to get what I need to get and provide for my family. I'm going to be abundant. I'm going to be abundant in that cash flow. And as long as I put the work in to get it too. But if we feel as if, I hate money. I always got bills. These bills never get paid. Oh my gosh, that bitch owe me money, girl. Oh my gosh. If we feel so much negativity towards money and sending out all that energy towards money, because money is energy, it's going to just be completely evil to us. Boom, bam, boom. I hope I made sense to somebody, because I've seen the effect. I've seen the change in my life just by changing my perspective on money. So now I feel like I'm abundant, whether I have money or not, which is impossible because I'm abundant. And you know what abundance is like? That's abundance. This is abundance. I am abundant because I create. I know how to create, so I know that I can always accumulate money in some type of way, shape, or form with these hands. So that's how, and we have to feel good about ourselves to accumulate that money, because we are energy. If we don't feel good about ourselves, we're gonna feel a spirit of lack. And if you feel a spirit of lack, you're not going to attract what you want into your life. So if you want money, you're not going to attract money into your life if you feel like you're lacking in self or lacking in money or in energy at that point. If you're not physically fit, if your vibration's really low, you might not attract so much money into your life. So let's get our vibrations up, way up. Just feeling love, gratefulness. I'm telling you, being grateful and happy is the best attractor. I've from experience, guys. I'm attracting so much people buying my art. There's so much people just loving me, and I'm just because I'm being grateful and happy and doing what I love, being who I am, not being anybody else but me. The universe provides to me. The universe is giving me so much great things, and it's only getting better because I called it to be so. I put that energy out there. I feel that way about it, and that's what's coming to me. We are energy, exactly. We don't live in the land of lack. Yeah, that's right. That's right, cousin. We don't live in the land of lack. I love your viewpoints on things. Ashe, I appreciate it. I'm thankful. Scarcity brings fear. That is right, because scarcity is just a spirit of lack. Anyway, getting back to this points, guys. Come on. Like, I'm talking to myself here. All right, signs from the universe that this universe is saying no to me. I hear sirens. Like, as soon as somebody does something, or if the person kisses me, or I'm doing something with that person, and I hear like big old sirens like, woo, emergency, emergency. I can tell you from experience. One time, one of my exes came back from New York, and what he was doing up in New York was just energetically bad. Just all the frick wrong. Having intercourse with so many women, just eating so much junk food, pizzas, and just all this gunk, all of just being a toxic person. His whole thing was toxic. But I was so attracted to him. I was so attached to him. You know, he was one of my soulmates, and I just wanted to have some kind of physical pleasure because I haven't had it in a while. I have not. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was at the point where I was fasting all the time, and I did not give my energy to nobody because I was just like, I don't want anybody's energy up in me. But he was doing all this stuff, and I still was like, all right, it's okay. You know, it's all right. But one thing that I did though, I had to get clarity from the universe. I said, universe, if this person is for me, let it be known. But if he's not for me, send me a sign, signal, whatever. And this happened with a few exes too. As soon as I seen him, bark, 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 dogs barking, woo, 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 like sirens going off, like, no, don't do it, don't bring him back in your life, he's toxic, he's toxic, he's toxic. And I was just like, oh, but he's so cute, oh, his eyes, oh, his body touched me. I learned my lesson after that, guys. My vibrational frequency was jacked up after intercourse, okay? Signs from the universe, that's for me. I'm not sure if it's gonna be for you, but if you're watching this, it's probably gonna be for you next time. Here, if he's talking and you hear dogs barking out of nowhere, like bark, 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 like this is dog, he's a dog, he's a dog. Like, like, come on, like, sirens going off, like things falling, like you, out of nowhere, you're the clumsiest shit around this person, and you're like, sorry, excuse me, sorry, just saying things that you're not supposed to be saying. You don't ever say you're sorry. You can apologize for something. Don't ever say you're sorry because you're not sorry, and you start saying things that's not of you, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, yo, leave that alone, man. That's the universe telling you, man, yo, all right, okay. You have a gut feeling. With me, I have a gut feeling sometimes. I got a burning feeling in my gut every time I'm going against myself with a person. I gotta use a bathroom, yo. Be up 1 second, guys. 1 second. Oh, nah. Share the video. Goodness gracious, yo. Alright, yo, I'm back. I'm on a fast. That's what happens when you drink a lot of water. 3-day fruit fast, guys. Peace, Elwood. 3-day fruit fast. Get on your fast, guys. Got this water, sipping it, doing the best I can. Anyway, getting back to the discussion. Yeah, like I was saying, when I'm going against my whole nature, going against who I am, I would feel this burning sensation in my gut, and it was like the lower self, basically. And if I would say, you know, if the guy would ask me something, or whoever I was with would ask me something, I lied about it, what I really wanted to do, I would get this burning gut feeling like, nah, that's not who you are, that's not what you want to do, that's not what you want to say. If you can't be completely authentic with that person, might as well leave them. If you feel like saying, if you're saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna stay in this relationship, but you really don't want to, if you really do not want to, and you feel like in your gut, in your whole being that you got to go, then you gotta go. Like, you can't just sit there and lie to them the whole time. That's not fair to you or them. That's not fair to them. If you if you stay in the relationship and you know for a fact you're not supposed to be in it, you know for a fact that you don't want to be in it at all. That's not fair for them to them. So shame on you, shame on me. You know. Okay, attachment. Like I said before, attachment. We gotta be independent. You guys, we gotta be independent. Because love holds no attachments. The biggest suffering comes from attachments. So if we attach ourselves to a person, we'll never be able to grow. If we attach ourselves to anything, we'll never be able to grow, because we're not here to attach ourselves to anything. We're here to grow and experience and evolve, okay? I'm going to keep on saying that until you get it to your head. We're not here to be attached to anybody. And holding on to a person knowing they're not right for you, that's an attachment. Holding on to a person knowing that they don't hold up to the same standards with you or hold up to a lifestyle that you want, that's an attachment. Being with somebody that, you see yourself with, but at the same time, is not working, that's an attachment. And we have to let go of those attachments. Especially, and sometimes we have to be the person to let go of somebody for that person. Because we can obviously see that, they don't want to be with us, but I'm keeping them in this stuff. I know we're not right together. We always arguing, and we don't meet eye to eye, but I keep going back. I keep telling her, stay in here. I keep telling him, stay in it. And I should be the one to step up and let it go. Maybe I should be the one to step up and let this go so we can both move on. That's what I had to do. I really had to be the one to step up and let go of my attachments from my ex, because even though that person, he has so much potential, and sometimes we have so much attachment to the potential of people, how they can potentially be in the future, but not really living in the present and seeing how they actually are right now, seeing that they actually need some self-growth. Then you do too if you're going to be with him. So you need to work on yourself, and they need to work on themselves, so you guys can, grow and be who you're supposed to be. Be who you are before you get into a relationship. So maybe I had to let that guy go so he can find a love within himself, and I can do the same with myself. And then we can see if the universe brings us back together. But we can't just keep on going back to each other over and over. And here's the thing. I used to break up with my exes so much times. Break up and make up, break up and make up, break up and make up. It was a constant cycle that I had to cut off because it was so toxic. It was not right for me. Cut off any patterns that's not right. To going back and forth with your ex, knowing dang well that relationship ended months ago, you left mentally months ago. Let's go. Let's just cut it off already. No one needs to be holding on to that hurt. No one needs to be hurt anymore. So let's all just let go. All right. So ongoing fights. Oh my gosh, that's the most obvious bullet point. Ongoing fights. That's unhealthy. Who is growing with ongoing fights? And is how you respond is what makes or breaks the relationship. How you respond is what makes or break your lesson being learned or not. So if we respond the same way, which is out of hate, spite, anger, regret, envy, jealousy all the time, if we respond from lower vibrational frequencies, we're not going to learn. Let's just be real. And sometimes when we do that, and then we analyze ourselves and be like, maybe I should have did this better. That's how we learn. And then the next time, we do something right. The next time that happens, we do something right. Because if not, have you learned your lesson yet? No, okay. Learned your lesson yet? No, okay. Like, come on. Like, and that stuff is annoying. That's annoying. But life is beautiful. Life is beautiful, and we have to learn our lessons so we can move on, right? So we can heal. It's all about healing. Our relationships, I'm in a relation. This is my ship. We are relating to each other. Our relationships are made for healing. Relationships are made for healing. What you don't like in somebody is what you don't like in yourself. So we must heal with that person and stop putting the blame on people and point our fingers to ourselves and say what I could do better. What can I do better? That is the main point of healing, guys. And I want you guys to know that. Share this video. What can you do better instead of blaming that person for whatever they did, instead of seeing what you've done? That's unhealthy to continuously blame somebody. And you know, when they say it's not you, it's me, dang right, you better believe that stuff. It's not you, my nigga. It's not you. It's me. I have to come to terms with myself, or what I desire and what I should do right, okay? It's not you. And if it is, you know, what it is like, okay, I told this to one of my relatives the other day. That person is not toxic. Let me say that again. The people are not toxic. What's toxic is you deciding to be with them knowing they do not match up to your vibrational frequency. Knowing that what's toxic is calling them toxic. What's toxic is judgment of self. What's toxic is the vibrations not matching up, because this person is stagnant and you're trying to or doing this, and it's causing a friction in the force. That's what's toxic. That's what's disturbing. That's what's stagnant. That's what death is. If it's not going anywhere. But the thing is, we had to remember that what we don't like in somebody is what we don't like in ourselves. So you calling somebody else toxic is really calling yourself toxic. And you yourself might have toxic frequencies or lower thought forms or habits, toxic habits that you can work on. Let me just say from my experience, I had toxic habits that I can work on with myself. But because I wanted someone to blame, I pointed the finger at my exes. So they're saying, oh, they were toxic. What they were doing in their life is toxic. If that person wanted to eat meat and that person wants to do whatever, and knowing that you're vegan, and they want to do what they want to do with their lifestyle, that's on them. They evolve at their pace, their growth. It's not up to you to call them toxic because you were just once there. It's up to you to figure out if you want to stay with that person or not. And if you decide to stay with that person and you still belittle them, you become the toxic energy. That habit in that form is the toxic energy. And we have to remember that within ourselves. And it came to, that is growth within me because I came a long way to realize that. I had to see the love within someone else, within myself, to see that. I had to see the love. Think of the relationship in a space of love. Feel it in a space of love. To see that, that person was just being themselves. And someone's going to come into their life, whether it's me or not, loving them for who they are. And that's perfectly fine. But if I don't like them for who they are, if they're not matching up to my frequency, it's up to me to let them go. Not call them all these names. That's not cool. I did not know you had an identical twin. We're actually fraternal. We are fraternal twins. We were born in separate sacks, but we look fairly alike. So yeah, lack of self-respect. If you don't have respect for yourself, you're not going to have respect for the person. Meaning, if you don't love yourself, you're not going to love that person. If you don't treat yourself in a certain manner or see yourself in a high grade, you're not going to see that person in a high grade. So we have to grow respect within ourselves and respect for a person, for it to work. And last but not least, I already talked about toxic patterns. So that's all the bullet points I have right here, guys. I just wanted to say that to you all because we have to identify these things. We have to know what this actually looks like for us to meditate on it and be like, is this for me? Is this for the other person? Because if you're not going to think about yourself here, think about that other poor person. Think about not even poor. Let's not use words like poor. Let's think about that person that we're with. They deserve greatness. They deserve love. And if you cannot provide that person love, get out of their lives. If you feel like making them feel like bad for who they are, what they like, move so someone else can come in and love them for who they are. So they can love themselves and see themselves, man. I had to say that to myself. I had to let that go. And I'm telling you, man, be the person of love and light to release it for both of you guys. Both of you guys. And let's not be hypnotized any longer into this stuff by somebody's looks or just a physical appearance or what they look like they can bring to the table. I am a Mercury in Aquarius and a Venus in Sagittarius. So that means I love to see things logically, and I love to be with people who are more intellectually has more intellect than me, who knows more than me, who's smarter than me, who has something to teach me, who's basically a teacher, who knows what they're saying, and I love to grow with that person. But let's be real here, right? If that person, if the relationship, it was mainly possibly sort of supposed to be just teacher and student, or maybe that the relationship was just for me to see something or for me to learn something, I have to realize that and identify that and be real with myself with that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just supposed to learn something from that person and then let them go, then we just got to have that happen, okay? But me being a lovey-dovey person, I love to get in relationships and I love to be with that person. Oh, and I was a person who was all about looks. They had to look a certain part for me and had to stimulate me here. But right now, I'm at this point where I'm loving myself so much. I'm loving what the universe is bringing me so much that it's all love, baby. It's all love. So, let's let go of attachments, which could be for physical appearance. It could be for, what we believe they can do to us mentally and stimulates us. But, we can also learn from other places, other people, other things, other soulmates to connect with. Other soulmates to learn from or learn with or grow with. All right. Leaving somebody is not going to be the end all to be all, guys. It's not. A death of something just means a rebirth of something. You ever seen a phoenix die and they just were born into a fiery, beautiful bird? Or if you heard the saying, where there's an ending, there's a beginning? Exactly. With this ending that you're about to go through, or if you're, contemplating on it or whatever, there's going to be so much better coming for you and for that person. So much loving experiences, but we have to be with ourselves first and work on ourselves first to attract that into our lives. Okay? I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. And I love myself. And I can only love you because I love myself. I wouldn't be on here if I didn't love myself. So please, share this video. Take in heed whatever you gotta, take in heed. See the signs. Let's do a little quick prayer. Universe, we ask for the signs, signals, the clarity for anything dealing with any situation that we are going through right now. We are so grateful for the clarity and the strength to do what needs to be done for our evolution to the highest frequency of love, the highest vibration of love. Ashe. I love you. That might be not how you pray, but I pray in different ways. It's just sending out vibrations. And it's already done. It's already done. What just happened, I just felt it. It's already done for you. You're going to see these signs. You're going to know exactly what's going on. And honey boo boo child, I pray the best. I wish you the best in your situation because it only gets better from here. Where there's pain, there's so much pleasure on the other side. Okay, I feel like I'm in the same stage, just focusing on elevating myself, love, happiness, and goals. Facts. It is frustrating because people don't understand and think I'm being selfish. Sometimes we have to be selfish. Like, I'm really seeing as that's sometimes we have to be selfish with our energy and ourselves so we can better ourselves. I feel like it's not being selfish, it's being self-full. full of self, so full of loving ourselves and finding ourselves, being ourselves. Because what we're trying to find, we've already been it. We're already here. You've been with yourself the whole time. Remember that. Got that from Yada. Peace, love, and light to you all. I love you. I love you. I love you, family. I love you. I love you so much. Namaste.